All right, we are live. So welcome. I am Bridget Bartlett. I'm the CEO and founder of Vision Marketing and Design. And today is Friday, which means it is our weekly Visionaries Q&A session where we talk about all things business and automation. Before we get started, I do want to share my screen here and show you how you can join if you are a member, where you can access the Zoom link. So let me let Jenna in here. And then I will share my screen. Okay, so if you are in the dashboard, which you are logging into app.myvisionagency.com, you can see, go to the resources tab. And you'll actually just click on today's date in the calendar, and you'll see the Q&A session. You just want to get logged in here to the Zoom meeting using your account credentials, okay? Also, if you're a HighLevel affiliate, you can go to the module in training.myvisionagency.com, and you could go to the HighLevel resources. If you scroll down, you will see the Q&A session here. Also, if that's easier for you, you can just go to bridgetbartlett.com and you click here, and then you'll get access to all of the training events, which is that same calendar. And then you can just click on the day to get logged in. Okay. So wanted to share that with you. Let me stop sharing my screen. Some important things. Oh, I did want to share with you actually where you can find this week's training, because we went over a lot of stuff. So if you are in the library here, first of all, you'll see that I did add, and I will do training, of course, to show you how I did this, but I did add some tabs up here. So if you are a reseller, and everyone, if you are a paid member of Vision Marketing and Design, it doesn't include free members or lifetime members, but if you pay a subscription, no matter how much it is, to being a member of My Vision Agency, you actually have access to the partner portal now. So depending on the plan that you're on, you at least have one reseller license. So you can use that for yourself. You can use that to resell, but it does give you access to the partner portal. You will also have all of the automations that have been loaded into your account so that you can do this automatically. And remember, you also have access to an unlimited free licenses, and that can be automated now as well. We used to have to do this manual process, but it can actually be automated now. So if you want the instructions, you just need to go to Messenger Pro, and you can see here how to get started using your licenses. And if you click here, you'll actually get access to the training that we did, and it just goes to another module here to explain to you how to get it all set up. Okay, so we talked about setting up your reseller account, connecting domains, and creating a sending email domain so that you can complete that setup. Okay. I think that is what I wanted to share with you. Oh, I did want to say also, I created a new banner for my Facebook page, so I was just going to share that with you guys here, since, you know, one of the best ways to get leads, especially since we have unlimited free tools, is to give the free tools. So turn your personal Facebook profile into a lead machine. And then I created this cool graphic. And then when they click here, it's just going to, basically, you're going to create the cover image, and then you're just going to go back and edit it. And then they'll be able to click and then actually see in the description of that image a clickable link. So let me stop sharing here. And I will share this link in the chat if you guys want to use it here. Okay, so how is everyone? Any questions? Any wins?
I'm good, Bridget. I just have a quick question on that last training. When you talked about, you listed out all your domains.
Mhm.
And I was wondering, is it better to start with a subdomain or a root domain when you start? I mean, the first one you put in there, it should be the root domain. And that's a dumb question.
Well, so the root domain is going to be for your website domain.
Okay.
So what you, and let me grab this image again so I can explain. Let me go into Canva. So that image basically shows you kind of like how you want to designate your domains. Okay, let me go here. So this is my domain. Okay, so this is the domain that you go by, and it's whatever, you know, however much a year. And then this shows you how you want to basically organize everything, because it needs to be that same domain. Okay, so this is your root domain. This is what you're going to connect to your website. This is what, you know, in all of your content, you're going to say, you know, for more info, go to myvisionagency.com, right? But when you're setting up your HighLevel account, or even your agency, like your website, it's got to be the root domain. And then you're building all of this off of the root domain. Does that make sense?
Yep. I just want to get a little clarification. Thank you.
How are you, Ray and Philip and Geo?
Fantastic. Could be better, but I don't know how. I guess I would say that it would be better if I could have more time. Lately I have not been able to spend the time on this, and I've got to start from scratch really and understand how it fits together, all the thing. I was developing websites under other programs, and now I need to learn HighLevel and how it works. So that's where I need to spend time in the training. I did notice that the 8 a.m. Go HighLevel open office hours, I have not taken advantage of that. What does that entail? So
that is just for HighLevel agency owners. So that's not for My Vision Agency. But that is, HighLevel is so great. They have Zoom office hours for 12 hours a day. So you can just hop in there and then you can ask any of your questions. They also do the onboarding and things. So so yeah, that's what that is for. HighLevel will really do anything. I mean, they're there, you know, 12 hours a day. They just like my open office hours, I just hop on the Zoom and I just, you know, whenever you guys show up, you want to hop in for a few minutes to ask a question, you want to hop in, stay in the whole time. It's all good. It's basically the same premise that I do, like HighLevel does.
and the other question was, you were showing just a couple of segments ago, all of the things. Well, I guess the best question is, could you go to the training again and show us again that when I log in and go to training, I have the you know, the Monday through Thursday and then the Friday. But with that, there are other things like noisy and all of the other things. Can you give me a thumbnail of how these all fit together? Where should I go first? How should I use this? Just a thumbnail, not overall. I mean, just an overview.
So I always say, like, there's so many things that it's just going to be overwhelming if you try to get involved and deal with everything and become a master of everything. But the if you, let's say, okay, for noisy, it's great to be in the noisy network and have your noisy account, because a lot of times, especially if you're doing like onboarding and you want to chat with a client, some people use Facebook Messenger. I don't think that's very professional. But if you were onboarding a client and you know, created a private, you know, group chat with your client and say, hey, here's my network, and then you can message back and forth utilizing that. You can also use it to communicate with other team members or me. If you have a question for me, that is definitely, I will answer that way before I do anything. A lot of people will message me on like YouTube and Facebook and everywhere. And it's like, if you're a member, you have access to Noisy, and that is like absolutely my first priority. If I see a message there, and I know lots of you guys have messaged me that I'm on it, because that stays open all the time. If you send me a message in like Facebook Messenger or in the group even, I'll get to it eventually. But if you guys need me, that's definitely the best place. But your ability to utilize that for your own clients or your own community is really, I mean, it's really up to you. So if you don't need it yet, don't worry about it. And if you do, check it out. If it sounds like something that you'll need. And like, so what else did you have questions about besides noisy?
Well, white label content. I mean, this is all spread out on your training, on your resources page. First getting started, I'm pretty familiar with that, but I'm still not started on everything, even though I have done the onboarding.
Yeah.
And then the training network, if you go to the training network, you see all the things that you can do, create your free account and that sort of thing. Noisy was the main one about our noisy network, it says here, but and just like you say, you can get it bogged down in the details and not see the big picture and go straight for what you need to work on first. But like in the white label content, you've got ebooks and videos and courses and infographics and articles and everything. That's just a gold mine, it looks like, and I've just got to spend the time on it to use what I can and keep going.
Yeah, I mean, that stuff, like you don't have to even really worry about it. It's just great to know that it's there. For example, let's say that this week you're writing a blog post and you're like, man, I have no idea what to write. I have no idea what to even write about, or even how to like come up with a blog post. Like, how do you organize all that information, you know? So if you are in that position, then you would want to go to like the white label content, search through those articles. And I mean, there's over 85,000 of them. Maybe, and you'll find something, right, that you can utilize, or at least kind of start with and then make it your own. For example, there's stock images and stock videos in there. If you're creating, you know, a video and you're just doing some editing and you're like, man, I just need like some, you know, a stock video of this, and maybe you can't find it on Canva, then you could go check those out. So it's definitely not something that you have to be involved in dealing with every day. Just know that it's there in case you need it. This is what I always talk about with learning by necessity. Don't worry about all the things, because you'll just get so overwhelmed. And then quite frankly, it'll take you a lifetime to start making money. It's just true the way that it works. So focus on, and the best thing, you know, get one of the lead systems set up. You can do the Messenger Pro, or you can do the, you know, the other lead system, the Vision Leads, but get a lead system set up and then start getting leads. The general rule of thumb, if you have 2 hours a day to spend on your business, 1 hour should be learning and building, and then the other hour should be getting traffic, networking, inviting friends to your Facebook page, maybe creating a post that you want to try to get engagement. Sometimes it works, sometimes it won't. If you start getting a lot of engagement, use that the automated engagement tool, and, you know, or manual. Like, I do everything automated, but when you're first getting started, it doesn't even matter. Just get the process down, and then you can automate with the tools. It's like, start networking and you can build your business as you go. You don't have to be the best cold email expert on the planet to start sending cold emails, because I guarantee you there are going to be things that you need to know that there's no way you can know until it arises, and you have to learn, again, by necessity.
That's a good point.
Philip was like, amen there. I feel you. And Philip, since you spoke up about that, just give an example of why you agree with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, like, I mean, the value that, you know, you bring to the table with the automation tools and HighLevel and all this stuff is overwhelming, and it's awesome, and it's my experience. You know, you can get so bogged down to try to get all the tools set up. And then, like, when somebody reaches out to you and they want something right away from you, they got their credit card in hand, ready to go. And you're so focused on setting up this automation. And it's like, wait a minute, hold up, time out. Let's deal with this person manually, right? Let's just take care of this. They're saying they want to do business with you. Let's just do manually, let's message back, right? And so that's kind of what you just said is just on point, because it's like, wait a minute, there's like 4 or 5 other people let's just deal with them, and then we'll figure out all the automation stuff later, right? So that's kind of, I don't know. That's just been my experience lately.
Yeah, you're so right, and that's why I'm driving this home so much, because I don't want you guys to think that you have to be automations experts to even go out there and create a post, because you can go today and you can use that that cover that I gave you, start advertising that you can give free training and tools. Okay, the training can be all of the support documents, because L Messenger Pro, they have the whole onboarding training and all of that, right? So you are getting free training, and you can just manually go into your partner portal and then add their email address. All you need to give a free account is their email address. Okay, so now look how quickly you're getting leads. You take a picture of the tool and you say, oh wow, look what this does, who wants a free account? You're at least going to get one lead, but you have to go there. You have to post it, and then you have to get the email address. You have to fill your Facebook profile with the right people who would enjoy a Facebook marketing tool, which is like everyone on Facebook.
I agree.
Yeah. I know Terry's the man. He's all over Facebook.
Not yet. I've been doing videos, so really excited. A lot of stuff behind the scenes. Been tapping into with the Messenger Pro, L Messenger Pro, with that, looking at groups that I want to start targeting. I got a lot of roofing companies that I'm targeting, so it's pretty exciting. So it's like, you go in there and you ain't gonna know everything. You just try it, and you're gonna mess up a little bit, but that's how this works. That's how that works. So you figure it out. But now what I'm doing, I'm putting the lead system with roofing companies to create business allies with my niche that I'm focusing in on. And it's just like, right now, I think I got maybe 8 roofing companies that they're about to have a solar department that they didn't have before.
It's so exciting. I'm so happy for you. And it gives me so much joy, because people will message me all the time and they'll say, I'm looking for someone who can like help me with this. And I tell you guys, I don't have the time for that. And my thing is, I just love the training. So if I get bogged down in the service stuff, I will never be able to have time to do the training. So I love to reach out to you guys and to refer you and let you have the opportunity. But then when you tell me, oh man, Bridget, I would love to help, I'm just so busy, I'm like, I love it. I love to hear that so much. But yeah, that gives me total joy. I'm so glad for you to turn that down because you're busy. Yeah. Anybody else have anything to say? How are you, Gio?
Good. Thank you.
How's business?
Busy.
Good. Yay. That makes me happy.
Yeah. I
Awesome.
just finished that one build out for that one client, and they're like flipping out over it. They're like, can it do this? Can we do this? Can we do that? I'm like, yeah, but
I'll send you a proposal for that.
Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
it's cool.
I heard somebody talking about that today, that very thing, about how even if a client comes in wanting something simple, and a lot of times they don't really know what they need, they think they know, but they really don't know. And so that's our job to tell them really what they need. But sometimes they'll come in with something like a simple text back feature for missed calls. And then they're like, hey, I would love the ability to like just have them book a call when we text them back, and oh yeah, we have a calendar for that, and we could. And so it's like all of the opportunities for upsells, it's like endless. It is so endless with HighLevel, and they just keep making it better and better.
Can I say something to Ray?
Sure.
So Ray, if you come from the building websites world, I ended up transitioning my mindset into building a systems world, because anybody can put up a web page these days with like Wix. You know what they can figure it out pretty easily. They'll, as bad as it looks, or maybe it doesn't have the features, but I started to tell people that no, I don't do websites. I build a system. So it's from the CRM to the funnels, to the tracking, to the follow-up, to the warming up, to the nurturing. So if you try to look at it that way, it will be a lot more value that you're adding to like the same exact prospects that you already have. That's just from my opinion, from my experience.
Yeah, and just from a marketing perspective, when you word it like that, it's more solution oriented. So instead of, sure, I can build you a website, it is, sure, I can build you a system that can automate that whole process. And that to the client is like, oh, that's what I want. But a website, it's like, what's a website? Do I even need one? That's sometimes the question. I have a Facebook page, sometimes they say that. So yeah, I agree. And, within HighLevel, just speaking of building, there's enormous opportunities for skilled high-level builders and users. Oh my gosh, is there opportunity? It's insane. Jenna, I see your hand up.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So I know we were talking a little bit about build outs. So if somebody comes to you after you've already onboarded them to HighLevel, what do you guys, or how do you guys come up with pricing? Especially like as you're learning more and more about the software, because what might take you like an hour now, maybe in a couple of years, it'll only take you 20 minutes. So how do you price new automations that you build out for clients that they come to you and you say, oh yeah, I'll send you a proposal for that. But so I guess while I'm learning it, I don't really want to, I don't know. I guess I was just wanting to hear you guys' perspective on that.
So I definitely would love for everyone else to speak up on this, because pricing is something that it's so different for everyone.
Right.
And it's also such a common struggle, because how do you know what to charge? So my simple rule of thumb, and I use this in all business, whether we're talking about my lawn care business or my agency or just consulting or anything, I always ask myself, for one, how long is it going to take me to do this? And then what is it worth for me to do it? Like, what would make me feel really good about spending the time to do it? Because the last thing you want to do is say, sure, I'll build you this whole system for $100. And then it takes you like a whole weekend and you're like, this is the worst thing I've ever decided to do.
Right.
And I have totally done that. So think about, is this something, and it might be something easy and it might be something complicated. So that's why I just always say, really, if I imagine myself in this project, knowing how long it could possibly take me, is this something I want to do? And what would I feel good about like charging for this? Because you could price compare everywhere, but there's people on Fiverr and other countries who can do things way cheaper, and it's not even about them. It's not about anybody else. It's really about you. What would you feel good about doing the job for it? Because that's really at the end of the day what it comes down to. If it's a great learning experience and you think that you could possibly get more business from this client, maybe you want to make it a reasonable price, but at the end of the day, you have to feel good about it.
For sure. Yeah, because time is money.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and there are times that that we will sacrifice the money a little bit for various reasons. Maybe it's just super simple, or maybe you just always wanted to do Facebook ads, but you've kind of only done them for yourself, and you would love to have the client pay you to do them, and you could brush up on your skills, and maybe you don't charge that much because you're not that experienced. Like, those are things that you have to think about. And that's why, again, I just always want to drive home, it's really a personal decision.
Sure.
But yeah. But what do you guys think too? What would you advise, Jenna, about pricing?
I'd have to agree. Yeah, I think your number is going to be your number, depending, based on your experience and what you are comfortable with. But, I would say price it out based on your timing, and then also what it would cost you if you had to outsource something. If there was something that, was like, okay, this is going to, as an agency, I'm here to provide this, but okay, there's going to be some things that I'm going to outsource as an agency for this client. You don't have to do all the work, but what is that going to cost you as an agency to, hire somebody to perform that deliverable to present to your client? So that's what I think about. So for me personally, a minimum is $500. Whether I'm doing all the work or not, I know that, I need to be able to, if I have to, pay somebody to get that done. And that's kind of where I'm leaning, but I think everybody has their number. That's just my 2 cents. So
I work on retainer, but Jenna, you got a good point too, because this is one of the big reasons why I went with HighLevel is if you're in a niche, then you build something one time, which is the most
Right.
benefit that you have with the HighLevel is now you can keep marketing to the same niche, and you just keep replicating your screenshots. So your workload gets so much easier as time goes, but the value is always there. So if you can price based on value, like my first client got a discount and a half because I wasted a lot of time doing the build out.
Right.
But he's also my guinea pig, right? So
Right.
he got a good deal. I had the time that I needed to do the build out, but now I have a screenshot that I can go to 100 other of those same clients, and now my profit, skyrockets because it's already done, it's already built. I mean, that's how I've been doing it. It's working.
That's kind of where I'm at. I'm like starting with my first. I've kind of had several sales within the last several weeks actually, and now so I'm in the process of onboarding all of them, and and that's kind of one thing that's been on my mind. But in addition to that, one of them keeps coming to me like, "Oh, can you help me with this?" And so she was my first one, so I'm trying to help her out here and there. But she's also a really good friend of mine. So I'm trying to just kind of, as I process through this, figure out some of these questions that I have early on.
Yeah, what I definitely recommend, if it's something you've never done before, document the process. And it's like Gio's saying, if you're and I think Dominic Baptist, who's the #1 affiliate in HighLevel, he was talking about this too. His course for onboarding, he actually created because he got his first affiliate, and that he wanted to help that affiliate. And so they're like, well, how do you do this? And so he created, like a Loom video, and that he just used as his course. So all of those videos that he sent to help onboard that one client, he now still to this day uses that same course. And so
that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's what I'm always trying to do in my own business, but also to kind of preach to you guys is when you're doing something one time, if you're documenting and trying to find ways to, maybe when you're making that video, instead of saying, hey, Bob, let me show you how to do this, you can just say, hey, let me show you how to do this. And now you're using that same video for like everyone else. And so you can also keep like, if you get the same question over and over and over again, you can even like document that, like maybe a Google sheet of your most frequently asked questions, and then have the video there, maybe a typed out answer. That will save you so much time. But yeah, like Gio's saying, you do the first time, it's going to take you so much time. But then now it's like, it's super, super easy, that scalability.
Yeah. How have you guys been I guess filtering out like people to help you with your onboarding process? Like I know HL Pro Tools, and when I get to that scalability to be able to make sense of that, and Extendly, but I know there's like lots of VA services out there, but how do you have any advice on like being like looking and trying to decide like which one to go with? I mean, I know it's like hiring, but it's a little, I don't know. I grew up working in service-based businesses, so it's like a little easier to hire when they're in front of you, I guess. And you can't really like say, show me your like past experiences of building out on HighLevel.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like that, and it doesn't, I mean, you can have them show you like a funnel they made if they still have the URL from it, but to be able to be like, show me your past experience on HighLevel, I feel like it's kind of hard.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I have hired HL Pro Tools to do the onboarding, and they'll do anything within anything in your SOP. They actually, when you sign up for that, they go through, you have like a meeting with them and they go through your SOP, and anything on your SOP that you have, they will do for you with the client, as long as it can be done within an hour. And so that to me was the perfect solution, especially since I use them for my support anyway. But then I think the alternative to that, unless you know someone personally that you feel very comfortable hiring them and their skills with HighLevel, I would say at least start with an onboarding course. I mean, it doesn't have to be something big and extreme, but short little videos, like make like a checklist or like an SOP of all the things that you would need your client to do or to provide for you or, set up, and then do that onboarding course, at the very least, like a checklist of do this, and maybe here's a link to a video to show you how to do that or something. To help in that process, because if it's streamlined, that's going to really help your churn. I mean, it's like you need to get their domain connected, you need to get their email set up. If they're using their system in the first 30 days, they're likely to stay. And another thing, you may want to charge for a setup fee. When people are onboarded and they have to invest in the setup, then again, that helps with churn because they're likely to stay. They've already paid to have their whole system set up. They don't want to have to go to another company the next month.
For sure.
Yeah. Right?
Just a quick question about that. When you do make a proposal, you put a time limit on it. What's your normal time limit? 30 days, 90 days? If you make a proposal and you grow and you get faster and better and you want to charge more in the 6 months following when you gave it, do you put a time limit in the proposal, or do they come back anytime and say, hey, you said you do this for so much?
Yeah, you should always put a time limit on a proposal, always. That's a good point, Ray. And really it depends on what's in the proposal. If you if you know someone, like, for example, maybe you get a client who needs social media. Well, right now, maybe there's someone that I'm working with who has a special of like, hey, all social media for December is going to be half price. Well, if I'm going to use that service to outsource for this client and I'm saying half price, well, obviously, if that special is over at the end of the month, I want to make that, like, I don't want to get stuck, after the special's over, and then I make no profit. So those are definitely, the outsourcing, what does that look like on your end? If it's a person on Fiverr that you just plan on hiring, you hope that they're there. But I would say, honestly, if someone doesn't accept the proposal within 2 weeks, they're not likely to accept it, has been my experience. And if they do, it's going to be like a long time down the road, because usually they're either like price shopping, which those aren't the people I like to work with, or they're just not ready yet, or they've already hired someone else. So
one other quick thought, we were talking about a good while ago about the industry. The industry is just exploding, expanding, and that's held up by this Black Friday era that we're in right now, and before and after. Less people are going to the stores. They may go to the stores and window shop and look at it and kick the tires and say, hey, this is what I want. But they go back and buy from an online experience. So we're at the right place at the right time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the skills that we are learning, like with HighLevel, for one, what's great about it is it transfers to other platforms. Like I haven't always used HighLevel, but I've been in marketing and in business for more than 8 years. Building a website is essentially the same, whether you're building it on WordPress using a theme builder or HighLevel or Builderall or ClickFunnels. Most of the builders are basically the same. Once you learn like web design, it's such a transferable thing. Once you learn webhooks, it's like, I mean, webhooks now, once you learn how to send emails and like the, copywriting, all of those things, the tools are irrelevant because it's the skills that you're taking with you. It is growing leaps and bounds, this online world. And it's so funny too, because I am teaching on YouTube, and everything that I know, I basically learned off YouTube. So it's like a full circle experience. Anybody else? Jenna, do you have something else to say?
No, I said that is funny. The first full circle. I've known that, but that's so true.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Hey,
Bridget.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Michael.
Yeah, hey everybody.
Oh. Go ahead.
All right, Terry. So I had a couple questions. So one was you mentioned the whole Black Friday thing. And so I noticed, for example, you have an email that came out and HighLevel has an offer. I sent my link to someone. I've been doing a lot of prospecting, but I'm wondering, is there a way that I could also offer that sale, or do you have to be a certain level of affiliate to be able to do that? Because I didn't see anything within my HighLevel where I could offer the HighLevel discount. Is that there for us?
There, yes. I did send you guys an email with all of the stuff before the Black Friday. There was even a snapshot and things. Hopefully you got it, because I was like, oh my gosh, every time I find something and I'm like, oh, this is so cool, I know that you guys need it. So I did send an email with instructions on how to create it. But it's basically taking that link and then adding your affiliate code at the end.
Okay.
So yeah, it's real easy to create. And actually, if you go to your first promoter account and then you just paste that link in there, or you do add a link and then you paste it in there, then it will add the code for you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I always tell people when you're using affiliate links, and especially when you're manually giving them to someone, always have them open up an incognito browser, paste that affiliate link there, and then they can sign up. Because with cookies and things like that, and everybody using different browsers with different rules, it's just, that's the best way to make sure. Because if they don't end up on your team, if it picks up another cookie, then they have to call support, and it's
okay. And one other thing, as far as upsells, so I'm not sure how to do that. So we have the standard packages, right? But let's say I want to give one client a calendar, for example, that's not in the regular thing. How can do I have to go and create my own product in Stripe, or can I just give that? How can I do that?
So if you wanted to do that, what I would do is create a product that is like, essentially. Okay. So if you want to just sell the calendar for like $1 a month, then you would have to create a product and then like a sign up funnel. If you wanted to do that, you could also just create like a product inside of Stripe, but it won't be connected to your HighLevel account. So if you created a product inside, you can create a product inside of HighLevel, which will also create it inside of Stripe. And then you could go to Stripe and then create the link. Did I totally confuse you?
Nope.
With all of that?
I know, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, cool. So then that will tie that transaction to the Stripe payment. So that's the easiest way. And just like if you guys were, someone wanted a premium account and you wanted to create a free trial, that's the easiest way to just, it's like what Philip was saying. Don't put off the sale because you don't have your system set up. Just use whatever you have that you can quickly have available. You can also even send texting. You can do the text invoice to someone to pay as well.
Okay. Makes sense. Good. Thank you.
Bridget,
You
did
can
you
also, if you, oh, go ahead, Terry.
No, go ahead.
I actually, I just, never mind. Because I was thinking, oh, wait, never mind.
Bridget, you did a video with the software that you could do your face with. You did a video on that, didn't you?
I
remember
it.
I remember you talked about it.
Yeah.
But I didn't look for a video for it because I just want to go back through and start to.
I don't think I did a video, but I did share my pictures that I had.
Yeah,
and I talked about it in the Q&A.
That's what it was. So go back to the Q&A and I could get, because you went through it on the Q&A. Okay.
Yeah, I saw on Facebook. I saw you had the link there with that.
Yeah, let me see if I can actually find my, I think I might even have the email maybe. Yeah, because that was super, super cool. I also found another app on my phone. It's called Photo Lab, and it works pretty good. It's not really so much AI driven, but it is pretty cool. Let me go through here and find it. I'll show you. Oh, here we go. Okay, let me share my screen here. Okay, so yeah, here's the pictures from it. So if I go, here's the results that I got, because I showed you how to do it, but pretty cool. I mean, some of these are the best ones that I chose, but some of them are like really horrendous and crazy. And let me get you the link because I think I shared it here as well. But yeah, super cool tool. And then the other one that I have been using too is called Photo Lab. And I will say that you can download it like from the Chrome store. And there is a free trial, but it's like, I mean, it's worth it. It's like $20 a year or something like that. It's called Profile Picture. Let me copy this here. Yeah, profilepicture.ai. That's the one that you want.
Thanks.
Yeah. And I think it was like, you submit like, I think like 20 pics, and it has to be of you only. And at like different angles, they tell you exactly what to do, but then you submit it. And then I had mine like within 3 or 4 hours, and they give you like 140 images, but some of them were like, it looked like people that weren't even me at all. It was like they just found pictures online. It was really strange. Some of them were like just completely different looking and weird. But still, I mean, $26 for like, I got 20 of them that I thought were like really cool. So for 20, you know, that was worth it to me. But if you don't like that one, try Photo Lab from the Chrome store. It's a really good one too.
If you guys aren't using the Elfsight app that Bridget recommends, go get it.
Oh, great, right?
Yeah, it's really great, because the one thing I was waiting on because I found a review snapshot that I really liked, and I grabbed it from somebody, but it didn't have a way to customize your review stream. And that's like the one thing that like HighLevel doesn't do, and that's what I started my agency doing, was helping people get more reviews. And so once I found that was like a gold mine, and I texted Bridget. I was like, oh my word, thank you for sharing this. So it's saving me $1,400 this year, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, and there are so many really cool things that you can just like embed into any website. So it's like, yeah, I totally love it. It's super, super cool. It takes something, because HighLevel's pretty basic website builder, but it's like you can so easily create some really awesome effects and elements and things like that, and add it to your HighLevel site and just, yeah, make it look great.
Jenna,
Oh,
what
you
was
get
that
what
site
that is?
again?
What was that called? What was that called?
Yeah, I missed that. What was that?
I missed
It's
it too.
Elfsight.
Elf site?
Elfsight.
How do you spell it?
It is ELF SIGHT.
Oh,
Oh,
I actually grabbed that some time ago on AppSumo. Never had a chance to use it, so I'm glad that it works.
Oh, you have Elf Site, a lifetime deal?
Oh yeah.
No
Oh my
way.
gosh.
Jealous.
I'm
You don't
jealous
want it?
too.
Same
You don't
here.
want it?
Now
I'll
I
buy
gotta
it
know how
from
to
you.
use it better.
Same here. I bought that a long time ago.
Oh man, now I'm super jealous about that
Me
too.
too. If you don't want it, if you look at it, Michael, and you don't want it, just let me know. I'll buy it from you.
Really, it's not that great. Really, it's
Yeah, it's not that
okay.
You
cool.
should
All right.
just-
Well, bye.
Let me buy it from you, okay?
You should just look. I'll do you a favor and
I
take
know
it.
when
Yeah.
I'm sitting on gold. I
We
get
don't
it.
want you to lose out on any money.
Right.
Thanks for the offers, guys.
Yeah. I did
I
add
just-
my affiliate link in the chat there if you guys want to.
I just looked at it, it's 50% off there.
Yes, they
Right
still have a
now,
Black
yeah.
Friday deal right now. So
Yeah,
worth it.
so here's another tip. Get the lower plan. They'll email you and then ask you if you want to upgrade. They'll give you 6 more months for free.
Yeah.
So there's another tip. Don't get the highest plan to start off with. If you
Mhm.
upgrade within 24 hours, they give you another 6 months for free.
There you go.
Not
And I
bad.
think I could be wrong, but I think Restream is still half price too. If you guys are interested in that, love me some
Wow.
Restream.
I got a lifetime deal on that too.
You did what, Rick?
Lifetime deal on that too.
Of course you did.
What the heck?
You gotta just browse AppSumo from time to time. That's all.
know.
My wife thinks I'm crazy because I collect all these things, but I'm gonna use them.
Use
Yeah,
them or sell them.
I buy so many tools and just have them in my toolbox. And then when I come across something I need, oh, I remember that. I gotta go get that. Use that.
Yeah, and here's a little tip. When you do that, create like a folder in your browser so that you can have like all my lifetime deals. And that way, like when you do look for a tool, and because I have almost bought tools that I already had lifetime deals of. So like sometimes you forget. Another thing you could do is like just add it into your business budget, a like AppSumo or lifetime deal, budget for that, and then just look every single month. And I got SendSpark from there. Love SendSpark.
I got that too.
Yeah. It's like, man, you need to create your own lifetime store where we could come and shop your lifetime deals.
I got this other tool called VideoAsk too. If anybody know about that one.
Oh, I think I did see that before. That's cool.
I've seen it.
SendSpark, I use that to request videos. Super nice.
You got
That's all
that
I
one
can
off
brag.
of AppSumo?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think I paid $20 like 2 years ago. And now it's like, I think the plan that I have is like $50 a month. So yeah, super. And I use,
SendSpark is similar to VideoAsk as well.
yeah.
But I think VideoAsk is a little better. So say if you're interested, you can use that as an introduction on your video. It can be like a pop-up of an introduction of your business or whatever when they come to your websites. I thought that was cool.
You said VideoAsk,
Yes.
and that's for like asking for testimonials?
Testimonials, or you can do introductions, or you can do trainings. You can do a variety.
Okay. And it's VideoAsk, and you got that on
They still have
AppSumo?
that deal on AppSumo, I think, if you want to check it. VideoAsk.
VideoAsk.
Yeah, and I did see that AppSumo had a deal where you could buy like I think if you spend like $100, you get like, I think it was 10 or 15% off or something like that. So that's cool. Let me see here. I'm adding all of your names to our little wheel here. Let me make sure I have Ray. All right, Terry. Let's Ray. Jenna. Okay, so Floyd. And hello, Floyd, if you can speak back. Okay, so we have Terry, Gio, McCall. Is it McCall or Michael? Because I always call you McCall.
No, it's McCall. It's McCall.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Jenna, Ray, and Maria. Is that everyone? Oh, and then Ricky. Oh, Floyd and Ricky. Oh, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Is VideoAsk? Sorry, I can't find it in AppSumo. Is it one word or two?
I think it's
One.
one word.
One.
One word?
If they don't have it on there, then they might have still taken it down because I think I got it like a month ago.
Oh, bummer. At least SendSpark's still there.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, it is still there.
Oh, wow. They must have put it
They
back
just
on there.
brought that back.
Yay. I would definitely buy that. It was the best. I use it all the time. And you can even brand, like put your own brand. It's like kind of like having a branded loom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So do you know, can I like add my husband's website or like, is that what the workspaces are? So if I wanted to get the tier 2 license, I could use one for my husband's business.
Yeah. Mhm.
Is that what the workspaces mean?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, cool. Thanks for clarifying that.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna share this here. Hopefully y'all can see the little spinny wheel. And in case you don't know, whoever wins gets a free 30-minute consultation with me. So we're gonna spin the wheel. Maria.
Oh, who would have thought?
I
haven't even claimed Bridget. We're gonna have to do a long one. This is number 4.
yeah, I know, man. See?
I
He
just
always
have-
wins.
Let's have lunch. That's all. Have lunch together on
Yeah.
Zoom.
A Zoom lunch. There we go. We'll invite other people.
Yeah, I'll take
If I
you
ever win,
Christmas
I'm driving
shopping
up
with
there.
me.
What'd you say, Bridget?
I said I'll take you Christmas shopping with me. You can just walk around with me. That's what we'll
I still have 2, so I haven't cashed them in yet.
All right. Well, you can if you want to put 2 together and do an hour. If that's better for you, you can do that.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions? Anything I can help with before I let you go for the weekend? And Maria, you can use the same link there.
Okay.
Just so you guys know,
You say you could just use. I'm old at this.
I know. I just need to create like a Maria calendar, I think is what I really need to do. Just so that you guys know, the HighLevel Black Friday Cyber Monday deal ends in 2 days. So anyone who's watching, or if you are an affiliate, just know that there are only 2 days left to get the first 3 months at half price if you sign up for HighLevel. So again, hey, you guys, here's some really cool news. I actually qualified to get the 30-day free trial for the SaaS plan now.
Congrats.
So they're creating a website for me and all that stuff so that now I have that, which is you need to have like over 25 affiliates to be able to get the 30-day extended trial. So once you guys get that point, they'll create like a special website for you, and then you'll have like your own affiliate link to that. So,
Nice. You're right behind Dominic. You're catching up. Good job.
I think, I honestly, I don't compete with anyone. I roll by my own thing, and whatever happens. But not a very good business structure, but I just don't compete. I don't care what everybody else is doing. But I did hear Christine Seal, she was talking about, I think she had more than like 75 SaaS members, affiliates. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is insane. But that's just how, and honestly, as your influence and as your traffic starts growing, that becomes easier and easier and easier to do. So it's really all about your traffic. Okay, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. And of course, if you have any questions or whatever, best place to contact me directly for the fastest response is Noisy. Otherwise, feel free to post in the Facebook group, and also feel free to make suggestions for training. So whatever you're struggling with. Next week, what I'm planning on doing is showing you some really cool kind of like techie things. So like how to put that menu in the membership area. I'm going to share a code with you for that. You can actually put a button in your membership area, and some different cool things that you can do to customize that. So we'll talk about that all next week. So thank you all so much for joining me, and I will see you Monday. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality.